Hi, today is June 28th, 2025, and here are my poems for the day. First one is poem number 991 for the year, What About Us? Sometimes when you feed the squirrels, the pigeons start fucking with you. They'll sit on a fence together and be like, what about us? Where's ours? I'm looking over here, and he's looking over there, and he's looking down there, and none of us is seeing nothing. You got something against pigeons? I can't believe this. In this day and age, a squirrel lover, prejudice against pigeons. And you better not smile or laugh, or they'll continue with the Goodfeathers routine and be like, oh, do I amuse you? I'm like a clown to you? At that point, you better just go, because those pigeons will just keep fucking with you. Poem number 992, The Book. The book was the most important and most helpful book she had ever read. The book had the exact same words on each page, but she read each page, and she read the book again and again and again. She loved the experience of reading a page and knowing what had been on the previous page and knowing what would be on the next page. She recommended the book to friends, and some of them really appreciated it, but she got the feeling that no one appreciated it as much as she did. She had read the book so many times that she had memorized the entire contents of the book, which meant that she could read it with her eyes closed. Even so, she preferred to read the book with her eyes open, at least in part because the book had really opened her eyes. Poem number 993, There was a sense. There was a sense of sadness, and a real sense of wonder, and deep emotional pain, and confusion, and awareness. There was a sense of loss, and a real sense of gratitude, and sunlight of the spirit, and puppies that played and jumped all over each other. There was a sense of things falling together, and a real sense of things coming apart, and flowing and overflowing, and trickling and being dammed up and jammed up. There was a sense of estrangement, and a real sense of community, and derangement, and aggrandizement, and of camping alone in a tent in the woods. There was a sense of communion, and a real sense of transcendence, and oneness, and allness, and tenderness, and begunness, and a sudden flood of consciousness that became an ocean. Poem number 994, The Union. The union that they had established together was more than just a bond. It was a vehicle that transported them beyond the realm of the material and the corporeal and into the timeless and formless realm. And when they were there, they were everywhere and nowhere, subsumed in an infinitude of bliss and ecstasy. But when they returned, the dishes had piled up. There was shit on the floor because the dog had not been walked, and there was no electricity or heat because the bills had not been paid. The union was all well and good, but next time they had to remember to make sure their shit got done. Poem number 995, it's a haiku, Soap. The days of their lives were lit by the guiding light as the world turned. Poem number 996, also a haiku, Garden of the Unearthly. The tomato sliced, the potato's eyes opened, the celery stalked. Poem number 997, last poem of the day, A Fair Trade. I lost a poem somewhere between the shower and the front door. I realized on the ferry that it was gone. I didn't spend too much time trying to find it. Instead, I let go and let it go, and many other poems came. All right, that's it. Thank you. You know what? I appreciate you.